As the year comes to an end and the award season approaches, I am working very hard to catch up on movies and watch movies that I've heard great things about, and so today I am bringing you my review of Poor Things. So, the brand new film by acclaimed director, and I'm gonna butcher this name, I'm sorry, Yorgos Lanthimos. That's so wrong, I'm sorry, but he has made many great films such as Killing of the Sacred Deer and other ones that have been heard about. The Lobster is another one. And so, while I've never really gotten into his filmography, I have always heard great things. And so when the trailer came out for this movie, I saw his name attached. I recognized the name. I recognized the greatness of the director. But the trailer didn't really catch my attention. It seemed a little bit off to me. It seemed a little bit foolish. It didn't really seem like my kind of movie. So, you know, watched it one time months ago and never thought about it again. And then in recent news, I've been hearing Oscar buzz for this film. I've been hearing all this award buzz for this film. I've been hearing Emma Stone's best performance, which is crazy for an Emma Stone because she is a great actress, has given many great performances. And I've been hearing this movie could be up for Best Picture of the Year. So while my interest was very low, it peaked after hearing this, and I decided to go check out this film, not only for you guys, but for my own interest. So, me and a few of my friends and cousins got together and we headed to go see Poor Things on a Tuesday night. And at first, I was pleasantly surprised. Like I said, the trailer didn't seem like something for me, but this movie had plenty of great humor, plenty of great, you know, little callbacks to Frankenstein or other movies. I heard people say it feels like Barbie. Kind of understand that. To me, it felt like Young Frankenstein, like a spoof of Frankenstein. I appreciate that. And the first hour of this movie was a lot of fun. You get to meet Bella as her backstory is revealed as this Frankenstein-esque character who was pregnant, she was depressed, she killed herself, and before her body went into comatose, is what they called it, Willem Dafoe's character was able to recover her and in a sick but kind of interesting way, put her baby's brain into her. And so then you have this Frankenstein-esque character where she is a 30, 40-year-old woman with a 2-year-old's brain in her head. And then you're starting to follow her story as, you know, she realizes that she's been kind of stuck her whole life in this castle, in this place, and she wants to explore the world. She wants to see the world for what it really is, but like I said, she has the brain of like a 2-year-old, a 5-year-old. I'm not really sure the whole timeline there, and she doesn't really know what she's getting herself into. The movie then moves on to her moving into the real world with this other character played by Mark Ruffalo, who is quite a funny character but pretty despicable. You don't like him that much, and you start to see her experiencing the real world and experiencing what life truly is outside of this castle. I thought that part of the movie was very interesting, and it had some funny moments as well. You get this fish out of water tale with Bella and with Mark Ruffalo as they're experiencing things, and this world that the director Yorgos built is absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. You can tell the whole world is CGI, but it looks practical. It's beautiful. It's not the world that we live in. It's very colorful, very different. When they're out at sea, it's some of those beautiful scenes. When they're in these made-up cities, some of those beautiful scenes. And so I thought the cinematography of this film was very well made. And then you get to the second back half of this movie, and where I thought this was going to be a fun Frankenstein comedy the whole way through with maybe a lighthearted ending, maybe a little bit of gore and blood because it is kind of a horror movie, it really went off the rails for me here. And this is when Bella starts realizing that the character played by Mark Ruffalo doesn't really have her best interests at heart, and she needs to go explore the world on her own and become her own person. And while that is a very interesting story to have for a Frankenstein movie, I do not like the direction they took this. Not to be crude, but this movie pretty much turns into like a giant porno. it wasn't for me. I don't know, there's like, this movie is 2.5 hours long, and it could have been an hour and a half long. There's all these very uncomfortable and weird scenes that were added in, and to me, it doesn't add anything to the story. It's just like uneasy to watch. I went from being fully diverse into this film and the cinematography and the world we were living in and the characters to having to look away at times because of how uncomfortable this film made me. And maybe that's what worked for some people. I saw people giving this 5 stars and 10 out of 10 everywhere. I personally don't get it. I mean, to each their own. If you like this movie, nothing against you. But I just can't understand how someone could sit down and watch this film and feel comfortable and feel into it after what happens in that second half of the movie. It's just uneasy to watch. And so, for me, that really killed this film. I went in skeptical. Halfway through, I was loving it. I thought, man, I understand why there's Oscar buzz around this. This could be a great movie. And then it just got too weird for me. And I like weird. I mean, I like Saltburn. I thought that was a fantastic movie this year. There's plenty of weird movies out there that I can, fully dive into and fully get with. I like horror movies. I like giallo films. But just this one, the direction it took, it was too much for me. And so getting into my overall score, I'm going to have to give this movie a 4.5 out of 10. And I know that's not right to say for an Oscar-worthy movie, a movie that's this much award season buzz. But it just didn't work for me. And if it worked for you, I completely understand. It is a beautifully shot movie. It is a very different and fresh take on this story. For me to feel so uncomfortable I never want to watch this again, or I wanted to look away at times, I don't think it works for me. So, thank you all so much, and that is my review of Poor Things. If you did enjoy this film, let me know in the comments below why. I am interested into hearing why. I have nothing against you if you like this film. Like I said, just wasn't for me, but it's up for awards, and I want to know what the reasoning is. If it didn't resonate with me, I want to know why it resonated with you. So leave that in the comments below, and just tell me how it is. So thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you have a great day.